Madison Square. Miracle, Knicks stun, Celtics in OT thriller after Boston bricks. Record 45 threes. Eastern Conference Semifinals. Game 1. Knicks 108, Celtics 105. Welcome to the chaos of the NBA playoffs, where the stakes are sky high, the pressure is suffocating, and anything, absolutely anything, can happen. On Monday night at Madison Square Garden, the New York Knicks delivered one of the most improbable comebacks in recent postseason memory, rallying from a 20-point second-half deficit to shock the defending champion Boston Celtics, 108-105 in overtime, in Game 1 of their Eastern Conference Semifinal series. But this wasn't just a win. It was a statement. It was grit. It was belief. And it was a cold, hard collapse from a Celtics squad that couldn't buy a bucket from beyond the arc, literally setting a new NBA playoff record by missing an eye-watering 45 three-point attempts. Yes, you read that right. 45 misses. From deep. The Celtics went 15 of 60 from 3. 60. Attempts? For Boston, the night felt like one of those basketball nightmares you try to shake off in the morning. For the Knicks, it was a dream forged in the fires of desperation, determination, and good old-fashioned garden magic. The heroes of Broadway. Let's talk about the stars of the show. Jalen Brunson, the heartbeat of this New York squad, was relentless, putting up 29 points and dishing out clutch plays in the game's most pivotal moments. Sharing the scoring spotlight was OG Anunoby, who also dropped 29, including a critical three-point play early in overtime that gave the Knicks their first lead of the extra session. But the moment that sealed the win, that belonged to Mikal Bridges. The unsung hero turned Game 1 closer. With just 3 seconds remaining in OT and the Celtics drawing up a last gasp play, Bridges pounced like a panther, swiping the inbounds pass straight out of Jaylen Brown's hands and sending the Garden into absolute bedlam. "It's the kind of play you dream about making when you're a kid," Bridges said post-game. "Game on the line, season on the line, you just react." Karl Anthony Towns, the Knicks' trade deadline prize, was rock solid as well, posting a double-double with 14 points and 13 boards, battling on the interior to keep Boston's bigs in check. And make no mistake, this wasn't some fluky win. The Knicks earned this one. The collapse in green Boston had this game. They had it in their hands. In the third quarter, they were up by 20. 20 points. In the playoffs, against a team they had swept 4-0 in the regular season. But instead of tightening the noose, they loosened their grip and started launching threes, like it was a 2K simulation gone wrong. "We just got too comfortable," Brown admitted after the game. "In those moments where they were gaining momentum, we needed better decision-making. Instead, we just settled." Brown finished with 23 points, as did Jayson Tatum, but both stars lacked that late-game killer instinct that defined last season's title run. Tatum went cold in the fourth and overtime, while Brown, the usually reliable two-way presence, coughed up the ball in the final seconds when it mattered most. Derek White tried to keep Boston afloat, contributing 19 points and 11 rebounds, but his impact wasn't enough to offset the tsunami of missed opportunities from deep. And then there was the Kristaps Porzingis mystery. The Celtics' towering big man played just 13 minutes before being pulled due to illness. Coach Joe Mazzulla didn't sugarcoat the impact of losing Porzingis, saying, "Obviously, it changes everything on both ends of the floor. We missed his presence, his rim protection, his spacing. Hopefully he's back for Game 2, with Drew Holiday returning to the lineup after a hamstring strain." Boston had the look of a fully loaded machine. But while Holiday put up a respectable 16 points in 39 minutes, the machine malfunctioned when it counted most. And let's not gloss over the historical context. The Celtics now hold a record they never wanted. Most missed three-pointers in a playoff game. 15 makes. 45 misses. That's not just cold shooting. That's an Arctic freeze. The comeback blueprint. While Boston was flinging and flailing from deep, the Knicks were grinding, possession by possession, stop by stop. We told each other, just keep believing, Brunson said in the locker room. There's no 20-point shot. You chip away, you trust each other, and you don't give up. And they didn't. The Knicks clawed back late in the third, fueled by a roar from the MSG crowd that hadn't tasted this kind of playoff adrenaline in years. By the time the fourth quarter hit, the momentum had fully shifted. In OT, it was all Knicks. After Anunoby's three-point play gave New York a 103-100 lead, Bridges buried a triple that sent the arena into a frenzy. Boston answered with a lone three, Brown's only make from deep in 10 attempts, to cut it to 108-105. But that was